Hi everybody, it's Anne the Purple Goddess. I'm here at Purple Goddess Enterprises doing my weekly teaching on the tarot. The tarot is an ancient symbol, ancient card system based on symbolic language with lots of images on each card. And it's really about our soul's journey through life. During our lifetime, we travel through many cycles, ups and downs, initiations, learnings, and that's our soul's journey. And the goal of the soul's journey is to eventually kind of come home to ourselves where we're an individuated person. We've self-actualized ourselves. That's our job on the planet. Now, I've pulled a really interesting card for what we're going through right now in June 2020 in a pandemic. I think you'll agree with me. Like my purple wand. Are we ready? Here we go. So this card is from the Major Arcana, so it's a big card, and it's the card of Justice. And in the Rider-Waite Tarot deck, which is the standardized version of the tarot, this card follows the Wheel of Fortune. The Wheel of Fortune's about change. You know, our life changes, right? There are ups and there are downs. And just when we think, you know, we can't take any more, things go up again. So the world is in a big change. Mother Earth has sent us all into our bedrooms to say, time to think about what you've been doing on this planet. And so justice comes after change, the Wheel of Fortune, and it's about making a commitment for justice and for change in our own life and in our society. So let's have a look at what's on this card. This is a figure holding a sword that goes all the way to the top, right off the card, and in one hand, and in the other hand holding the scales of justice. Now in ancient Egyptian times, this card was represented by the goddess Mat. And Mat had the big job of discerning whether, making a judgment about whether people were going, where they were going to go in the afterlife. And on the scales, in her, in the Egyptian situation, there was a heart. Your heart after you died was on the scales. And Mat would make a decision about what kind of life you lived. Was it a good heart or was it a bad heart? Not physically about your heart. It's about, morally. And she'd make a decision with her sword. Now on this card, this figure is wearing red. So imagine you're this figure. You're in your power. You're wearing a very powerful color. But there's also some green. And green represents nature and kind of evolution and growth, right? This figure's not so stuck that they don't imagine something growing, something new. And there's a little brooch here. I don't know if you can see it. And the brooch says there's a little bit of openness to kind of think about doing things differently or having to make a difficult decision related to justice. A little bit of openness there. Depends how you plead your case. This figure is also wearing a crown. And the crown represents integration of the masculine and feminine, which we all have within us, these energies. And it also represents a marriage of the earthly crown and the heavenly crown. So, and on the crown is a little square which represents our third eye. Our third eye is kind of in here, and it represents intuition. So sometimes when we get to have a sword to make a decision around justice, we need to see things from many perspectives. The strength of red, the green of growth, what's possible, a little openness with the brooch, and with our third eye, which is intuition. What we need to see the picture, maybe in a multi-dimensional way, shall we say. Okay. And we need to have some neutrality, which is why the platform here and the throne are gray and the pillars are gray. And we've got sunshine on the card, which means, you're going to make the right decision here. So from a political point of view, we could say that we are in need of justice right now. The world is out of balance. And Jane Goodall, the famous anthropologist, is she an anthropologist? Worked with the chimpanzees, has been interviewed all over the planet and saying, we have to do things differently now. We can't be selling, wild exotic animals in open marketplaces and expect that we're not going to get viruses. We all know that the ocean and our water systems are polluted, and having our whole world shut down because of this pandemic has told us just how much noise and pollution there is. So this card's coming, and the pandemic has come to us to say, time for justice. This is time to make some decisions politically to make the world a better place for everybody. And it's everything. It's how we do business. It's how we look after the planet. It's how we treat one another. Black Lives Matter. It's a whole new way of seeing how we live and bringing justice down. So I invite you to think about, what role are you going to be playing in the next year or so to bring social justice to the planet? It's small things. It's like eliminating plastic in our homes. It's, signing a petition. It's supporting marchers. It's the little things that we all do that say it's time for, change has been given to us, an opportunity for change with the Wheel of Fortune. And now it's about commitment. So on a personal level, I want you to think about, is there a weight or a heaviness in your life right now where you need to make a decision? And only you can decide what that might be. And at the end of the day, sometimes it's not that there's a right and wrong decision, but it's about using the sword to make the decision. It's in your hand, and you can make it. You need clarity. My brother Tim wrote a book called Clarity. Find the clarity in your life. This justice card is about truth. It's about speaking the truth. So, find the courage to get the clarity, and then you'll have confidence. And that's the personal invitation here. It's also an invitation with the scales to bring balance back into our life. Where are you out of balance? We need a nice integration of our physical, mental, emotional, and spiritual health. It needs to be nice equal balance there. So take this opportunity with the pandemic to get yourself back in balance. And it's and it's time politically to have harmony, and maybe we need to live a little bit more of a simple life, and to bring about justice. The bell is ringing. It's time to commit to a better world. And you can do your part. I can do my part. And let's bring in a new, beautiful planet, because we have this opportunity. So let me know what justice is happening in your personal life and in your political contribution. Till we meet again. Bye for now.